Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Hope you're enjoying yourselves, whether you're traveling or just staying at home and barbecuing. I have had a crazy past month of travel from Easter Island to Italy, so I am staying at home and catching up on some much needed sleep and answering your Sunday Reader questions. So the first one today comes from Decker. He's got 500,000 Amex points and wants to take his wife to London and Paris. What's the best way to book flights and hotels? So let me start off with flights because you've got a lot more options there. There's a lot of different routes you could take. Now, I don't know where you're based. That does definitely come into play. But let's just say if you're based in New York, you have, off the bat, British Airways has a 35% transfer bonus right now. But, so you're looking at 80,000 Avios round trip in business class and about $600 or $700 in fees per ticket. If you want to maximize and minimize the fees, what I would recommend is connecting through either Dublin on Aer Lingus, and they actually have a lot of business class availability. I booked a ticket today for 80,000 Avios round trip and about $80 in fees, which I think is pretty good. You could also fly Air Berlin. They fly to a number of US airports, which I'll list below, and throughout Europe. You're going to have to connect. But you could also fly Iberia through Madrid. I would recommend maybe even spending a day or two in Madrid. But the trick with Iberia is you need to transfer your Avios to Iberia Avios. Takes a little bit of coordination, but it can save drastically on fees. With the 35% bonus, you're looking at some really valuable awards there. If you don't want to fly British Airways or deal with those loopholes, you can transfer to Star Alliance partners. So Aeroplan, I quickly just priced out a random Newark to London and home from Paris. It was 90,000 miles round trip in business class and about $200 in taxes and fees, which I think is pretty reasonable. You may even be able to get it down a little bit lower, but remember, London and Paris are expensive airports to fly in and out of, especially in business class. If you really want to stretch your points, you can transfer to ANA. Takes about 2 days, but it's only 38,000 points round trip in business class to do a Newark to London round trip on United, for example. So now getting onto hotels, got a lot of different options. What I would recommend is you can actually redeem for Four Seasons and other gift cards, but you're getting about 0.8 of a cent per point. With my Amex points, I'd like to at least get 1 cent, if not more. So the way that I would go about doing that is transferring to Virgin Atlantic, and then from Virgin Atlantic, it's a 1-to-1 transfer, and then from Virgin Atlantic, you can transfer to Hilton at a 1-to-2. So essentially, you're getting 2 Hilton points for every Amex point that you have. Note, this does take a couple weeks, so don't expect it to happen overnight, but Hilton will give you the 5th night free, and I priced out a couple London properties. You can get hotels for around 40,000 points a night, 41,000. So if that's a $300 or $400 a night hotel, you're getting much more than that 0.8 of a cent per point in value. Now, it's not going to be incredible. Amex points in general are not great for hotels, in my opinion. I'd much prefer to use Chase points. Transfer to Hyatt. 22,000 is going to book you at the Park Hyatt Vendôme, which is amazing. I've said that a million different times. But if you've only got Amex to work with, I would consider those options. I checked out Best Western. Most of the European Best Westerns are 36,000 points a night. So you're looking at 36,000 Amex points. And those hotels are generally not $360. So you're, once again, getting below 1 cent each. So I like the Virgin Atlantic to Hilton tip. And then either Aeroplan or ANA, depending on where you're based. So hopefully this helps. Hope you have a great trip, and feel free to comment if you have any questions.